my god, you guys. Do you see this? Oh, well, it was officially just 12 o'clock. I said I wasn't going to be up this late. I lied. My video was taking forever to export and I had problems, blah, blah, blah. Not interesting. Okay. I said I wasn't going to write at midnight tonight, but since I'm already awake, or still awake, I mean, maybe I'll try and get some words in. I will not hit the 1,667 before I go to bed because that would be insane. But maybe I can do like 500, or I'll just try to race my exporting clock. I'm at 9% right now, so it probably will take another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, I don't really know. And I can see how much I can get done. That sounds like such a fun idea. I have something for school due November 1st. I'm hoping that means it didn't have to be to them by November 1st, and I still have November 1st to give it to them, because otherwise I just missed the deadline, but fingers crossed. Okay, I'm gonna try and actually do some writing. Oh my god, this is insane. This is not how I expected to start this video. I'm so sorry. This is chaotic. What's happening? It's day one. It's midnight. It's NaNoWriMo time. This is not a drill. Okay, here we go. Oh, Zach's sleeping though. Okay, we have to be quiet and respectful. Okay. Obligatory cat in box film moment. Also, yes, I know, trashy apartment, but I haven't unpacked for my bridal shower, so those are all my gifts. I'm sorry. Okay, we are at 17% right now. I'm going to see how much I can get done before my video exports. So, you know, classic AuthorTube challenge. Here we go.
To rebuild the cities with the bureaucrats.
Huge outlining fail. Also, I look crazy. Wow. Okay. So I have a new outline for my first few chapters. It's like a rough outline. I didn't want to over outline because then I start to get too focused on sticking to the outline and not letting it happen more naturally as I'm writing. And I just realized I forgot my outline at work because it's in my notebook, which is at work. And that really sucks. I had all my notes on it. Oh no, this plan is not going well. What can I do in the meantime? I don't know. I guess I can work on my other thing that's due. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to do any of this. Okay. Now my computer wants to restart. Fantastic. Instead of writing on my story, I'm going to write on my thing that is due for my degree, my master's degree. For those of you just joining me for the first time, hello. I normally look like a hot mess in these vlogs, but normally not this much of a hot mess, I promise. I can't promise that. But also my name is Haley. I am currently enrolled in a master's in creative writing and literature. So I talk about my classes a lot. I hope that's okay. It's kind of like, I hope it's not boring. Some people find it interesting. So let me know what you think. My battery's dying. Wow, what a mess. Let me change it. There, new battery, who dis? And my lighting's yellow now. It's fine. So you might hear me referencing those classes. I have them on Monday, and then I'm currently working one-on-one with a writing director to rework my opening chapters. So I've already written the first draft of my book, which I hesitate to say because it's changing so much. It hardly is a first draft. Basically, I'm rewriting the book. And so I'm working on the beginning right now. Obviously, I hope to get far in NaNoWriMo. To be honest, I don't think 50,000 will be quite enough to finish, but I'm hoping to get like 75% of the way there, if not more. So I have finished doing the outline for the first, like, I think I got 4 or 5 chapters done, which is awesome. And a lot of those chapters have already been written. So per NaNoWriMo, what I'm going to do, since I am revising / rewriting, I'm only going to count words rewritten. Oh, that's gonna be tricky. I haven't thought about this. It's late in the game. Okay, I was only gonna count words rewritten. I'm already changing my mind. But since I sort of like am cheating as a rebel in that I already have some words written, it's kind of giving me a boost. So I guess I'll just go on like net words of the day. So like if I'm revising a chapter and I delete words, like so sad, too bad, like I'm just gonna count my total word count in my project at the end of each day, because I don't know how else to keep track of it. Yeah, so I guess that like gives me a little bit of a boost, but it's also I'm gonna take away a lot. So don't worry, I'm not too ahead of the game. It may seem like it right now, but I am not. I'm so bummed. I like was actually like ready to do it. I mean, I guess I could, but I took such good notes on a lot of like plot hole issues, and I don't remember what they even were, and so I don't want to write and then like it be wrong. This sounds like an excuse. I promise this time it's not an excuse. Okay, I'm gonna finish uploading my video. I'm going to work on the thing due for class. Basically what I have to turn in for my program, I start my thesis in the fall, so like in less than a year technically now, and this spring I have to take like this pre-thesis like project thing. I don't really know what it is, but it's like a class you have to take before your thesis to prep you for your thesis and to sort of like help assign you a thesis advisor. And I have to submit an application for that, so that's due today now. So it's like a pre-thesis. I guess I'll do that. But yeah, once my video is done exporting, I will upload it and then I will go to bed. So ignore this crazy intro, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, well today, later today, when I actually will be doing the writing. Okay, it was a noble effort. Was it noble though, or was it a mess? It was a mess. I'm sorry. Welcome to my channel. Seriously? Seriously? No one else is here, so I am filling in for a different position. So I normally have my own office. I no longer have my own like private office. I share an office now, but they're not here yet. The people are walking by. Oh my god. But I thought I would just do a quick check-in this morning, just because I am hopefully at lunch maybe gonna get some words in. I would love if I like got in, like I said, even just like 500, and I have my outline. Don't let me forget to bring this. Don't let me, because this is all of my sacred notes that I might have done during a work meeting. The meeting, like, it wasn't involving me, it was involving other people, and I couldn't contribute anyway, and I didn't want to be on my phone because it's rude, and so I just, you know, outlined for a little bit. No big deal. Okay, I'm gonna go because I feel really insecure. And also, I should be working. Okay, goodbye. It is 1 a.m. I've been working on this for about an hour. I have not picked up the camera since I got home. I literally got home and fell like right asleep at 7 o'clock. I was so tired. So I woke back up from my nap and then got to work. And I've been trying to like go through my notes and put them into my working outline that I have on Google Drive, just so I don't run into the incident again of not having my notes with me. I feel like there's no perfect way to store my writing files. Like I've done, oh my god, I've done it all. I've done Open Office, I've done handwritten in a notebook, I've done Scrivener, I've done Word, and now I'm using Google Docs just because that makes the most sense for me now, just because I can work on it literally anywhere and on any device. But last night I had my first incident, as you saw, where it wasn't saving. like for some reason something was happening even though I had Wi-Fi, and I thought it, like, the message went away, and so I'm like, okay, I thought that it saved, and it didn't. And so I lost some work. It wasn't on my story, it was on my thing I had to turn in, but still, I was like, that's not good. That's terrifying. Don't want that to happen. So I guess if that happens in the future and I'm really worried, I'll just download like the current version of whatever I have on whatever device I'm using, so that way, just in case, I know I have my current work saved. But, and then I also I had it all, like my draft all in one file, but it was starting to take forever to load, to scroll through and to jump around where I needed to, so I just broke it up so each chapter is its own like document, which isn't ideal just if I want to move stuff around and jump around, but it's easier than scrolling through this huge document. I mean, I was only 40 something pages in, only something, but just because like I've said, I've written the first few chapters, but I'm just pushing those further back. I'm writing ones in front of it, and so it was starting to get really long, and it took a long time to load. So, I mean, not a long time, I'm exaggerating, but longer than I wanted it to take. And anyway, I'm going to bed. I feel like I have right now an unfair advantage because I wasn't sure how to count word count, so I'm just going with what I currently have based on the first chapter I currently have. So I was working it a little bit, and I still have to rewrite it. Tomorrow's going to be like all rewriting. But so I'm sitting right now at 3,200 words, which is awesome. But I have a feeling tomorrow, because I'm going to be rewriting that chapter 1 more, like working on that more, I don't think I'm going to have much of a gain. So my goal for tomorrow is to just not lose, because if I can hold that, then I'll still be on track. Because I want to rework my current chapter based on the notes my writing director gave me, and then on day 3, November 3rd, start chapter 2, which is also going to be a brand new chapter, so those are going to be brand new words. And then chapter 3 is going to be rewriting a current chapter I already have, but tightening the current chapter I already have. Chapter 4 is going to also be a current chapter I already have, but changing a lot, because I'm changing the location. Chapter 5 is going to be half old, half new. I'm changing the second half of that chapter, and then chapter 6 is going to be a current chapter I already have. I believe that is right. Yeah, and after that, I haven't outlined at all, so yeah. I have no idea after that how much is going to be rewritten versus trying to just reconfigure draft 1. In my mind, I'm just going to reconfigure the rest of the book, but I just know that's not going to happen, so, because I've changed a lot, which is terrifying. Yeah, so my first week of Nano should be relatively easy. I'm mostly just meshing draft 1 and ideas for draft 2, and then after that, I am going to be like in the same boat as everyone else, I have a feeling, because as much as it like kills me on the inside to say, I don't think much of draft 1 is going to get salvaged. Like, maybe the big ideas, but just as far as like transferring like each chapter, it's just not going to work that way. Like, there's just no way, because I've changed so much of just the whole idea and structure of the novel and where I want to go with the first novel, so that sucks. But you know what? That's writing, baby. Good first day, I think. Could have possibly been better. No, it couldn't have. It was a good first day. I'm terrified for the rest of the month, but I'm happy with the start, so that's good. I hope you guys also all had a wonderful kickoff to NaNoWriMo. If you are editing or revising like me, please let me know how you're keeping track. I feel like the way I'm doing it isn't the best way, but it's the simplest way, and that's sort of what I'm all about. I don't want to get too bogged down in the technicalities of it. I'm not like using Nano's prizes or anything. Like, I've tried Scrivener before, and I kind of like it, but it's just too complex right now for me to learn. Like, that's a future Haley ambition. I did like the trial though, but what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to like swindle the system to like win anything with using words basically that I wrote before November 1st. Is it kind of cheating? Sure. Alright, I guess I'm kind of cheating. I don't know. It's just too hard to keep track of brand new words versus words I've already written and I'm reworking, so I don't really know. Most of it's going to be brand new. Oh, and I haven't updated what I'm reading in a while. I am currently reading The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, which I think was the last thing I said I was reading, so I obviously haven't gotten very far in it. I just finished reading Demon in the Freezer, which is like a non-fiction book on the anthrax attacks in 2001 and smallpox. So if you ever want to read a book that is going to make you fear a disease that has been eradicated, or not a disease, a virus that's been eradicated, Demon in the Freezer, that's your book by Richard Preston. Smallpox is not a threat anymore, and yet now I am terrified of it, so that's great. I'm not used to vlogging. My hand's like tingling from holding this camera. Okay, goodbye. Kimmy says goodbye as well. I don't know if you can see her. My apartment is such a disaster. There she is. Do you see her? That's her. Kim, say hi. Hi. Oh, and final update. I'm sorry, I'm such a mess. But today was also the launch of the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson palette makeup collaboration, and I tried to get the bundle. I had the opportunity to get both the regular palette and the mini palette, but I really wanted a bundle, and I'm cheap and I wanted to save $8, so I didn't get them individually, and so I'm just gonna wait for them to restock. But I did manage to get this, the red liquid lip Are You Filming, which I think is just so perfect, especially since I am going to be filming so much this month, so I did get something from the launch. Very exciting. If you haven't been watching that documentary, oh my god, where have you been? It's so fascinating. I just love long videos, and so Shane Dawson videos are like my jam. They're my thing. I'm not even like huge into makeup, clearly, but I have so much fun watching things like this, and I love Shane, and oh, it's just been so fun. But not to throw shade out there, but I am more excited for my Tati palette, who is the other, like, the only makeup person I really watch is Tati. I watch Shane, but I don't consider him like a makeup person. This is all not related to writing, by the way, so you guys can leave if this isn't interesting. I'm not going to say any more about writing. But I love Tati. I love her makeup videos. She has taught me pretty much everything I know about makeup, which is not a lot, but I like watching her videos. And so her palette is just stunning. It is gorgeous. And I should be getting it soon. Right now it's in Las Vegas, having a grand old time, according to tracking. So hopefully in the next few days I get it. And that's the one. I have a feeling this is going to become like my everyday palette, just because it's such a beautiful palette. But I also have like 2 other palettes I use, and like that I have in general, is the Naked 3 palette, and I have, which was recommended by Tati, and I have a mini like Natasha Denona palette, also recommended by Tati. Everything I own in makeup has been recommended by Tati. Literally everything. When I say like everything, I really mean it. The only thing that I have that was not recommended by her is my primer, but I think I'm going to soon switch to a primer that is Tati approved. Because she's the only one I trust, so, and the only one I watch. I probably would trust more if I watched more, but how many makeup channels do you really need to watch? Officially good night. Before I lose my mind. Okay, bye. Too late.